Hello there. So, Not Suitable for Work is a new sort of American sitcom. It's just came on Disney Plus in the UK recently. The season finished today, and well, the last two episodes were put up today. It's Hulu in America and wherever else. So, you know, basically, the story. Long story short, it's about five people who like live in this little apartment block and they're focused on their careers. Blah 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 blah. It's all comedy, whatever. So this will be my review. I won't really go into spoilers or anything like that. So, right out the gate, I will say I like this show. This was pretty entertaining. Nothing earth shattering or anything like that. Nothing hilarious, amazing, but a good, gentle watch. It was entertaining. I'm like, can't mind how many episodes. I think it's nine or something like that. Is it nine or nine, 10, 11, thereabouts? But, it's very easy to watch. The episodes are about half an hour each on average. Again, I think it's the ideal time quite often for a streaming show, especially comedies and things. So, to be honest with you, the only reason why I first started to watch it was because Ella Hunt's one of the stars of it, and she's hot as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll just get that right out of the gate there. Yeah, I brought the tone of proceedings down there, but no, very attractive, of course, and she's actually an excellent, not just actor but singer as well. She's British as well, so but she does a pitch perfect American accent. You would never have known she was. She doesn't sound like somebody putting on her American accent is perfect. So yeah, and she's very talented, massively multi talented as well, and she's great in this as well. Very likable, very entertaining. All the main characters here are very entertaining. Main actors and that they're entertaining, they're engaging. That's the battle, half the battle there with the show, and the show. It's never gut bustingly funny or anything like that, but like I said, it's gentle entertainment. It's well done. I need to actually see that. I know that Ella Hunt's in that SNL film or Saturday Night it was called, like back in the glory days of SNL. So that film actually looks quite good. Unlike SNL these days, whenever I see clips of it. And yes, I'm going side rant here, by the way. I'm going to go on a little side rant. Yeah, so they didn't put Sabrina Carpenter forward for a Best Host Emmy, is what, and like the only times this show's ever actually funny is when like Sabrina Carpenter's on it because she's naturally funny, unlike most of the folk in SNL these days. Sorry, I'm just telling it as it is. Anytime I ever see any other clips, it's usually cringe as fuck. But Sabrina's comes in and does these great. She was amazing doing the double duty and everything. She's naturally funny, unlike the SNL cast these days, which is kind of hard for a comedy. But well, okay, supposed comedy, I should say. Uh, I don't know. Maybe because, well, obviously being comedian isn't her day job, and she just came in and was a million times better than any of them. And I don't know. Maybe they felt threatened by her inferiority complex. I don't know. Possibly. I don't know. I'm just theorizing there, but ridiculous decision. But having said that, Sabrina, the Muppets is apparently going to be getting put forward for the Emmys and things like that. So I hope to God in one of the same categories, the Muppet Show wins that SNL's in, and SNL wins fuck all. I hope I'm very petty that way. Yeah, because if anything, like we just bring the Muppet Show back with Sabrina. That would be glorious. Anyway, I went on a massive tangent, right? So anyway, I probably just lost everyone there. Just like, right, mate, shut up, right? But so anyway, I digress. So back to this because this show's actually funny, unlike SNL. All right, sorry, I had to get a little dig in. All right, one more dig as well. Speaking of the Muppets, at least Sabrina's co-stars in the Muppets were actually funny, unlike SNL. But right, okay, that's enough. But yeah, this show, I was entertained by it. It's there was other characters. This show actually did kind of remind me of that Zoe Deschanel show, New Girl. It's not as good as that because that was very good. Ran for a lot of years and things, and that was very good as well. And there were certain things that do remind me about it. The style of humor reminds me a bit of it. One character reminds me a bit of it. I think he's called Davis. I can't remember the actor's name. I've never seen him in anything else, but he was very good here. Uh, you know, and he reminded me of the Schmidt character from New Girl for some reason. And yeah, And I'm not using it in a, well, you're just copying or anything like that. It's not like plagiarism in like an Olivia Rodrigo kind of way. No, it's kind of like, I like get my little digs in, not gonna lie. But she got put forward for the SNL thing, by the way. Back to that. Oh yeah, yeah. Funniest thing about her is that people are starting to clock her fake activism as well and her paid PR that gets it's getting put out there. I'm not gonna go into all that, but if you know, you know. But yeah. Anyway, back. I've put right off a fucking tangent again. Like this. So overall, yeah, this show was decent. It was more, well, better than decent, not great or anything, but you know, the style of humor worked for me. I liked it, easy to watch. Another one of the stars, I recognise her. I'm not even going to attempt to say her name, like, but she was in Mean Girls the musical, and she played like the Amanda Seyfried part in it. And to be fair, she was pretty good in that in a fucking awful, terrible movie. I absolutely hated that movie, but whatever, teach their own. But yeah, so yeah, she was good here. She's very likable. Um, yeah, so and the way it ends, it ends satisfying ending, and I'd be very happy and hope that it gets a season two, and I'd be happy to watch one. Anyway, that's just my thoughts there. Thanks for taking the time to listen. If you've made it through this far, and all my little sidetracks here, and goodbye.